Hi, my name's Darren Ripley, and I am a licensed alcohol and drug counselor and certified clinical supervisor. I am also the coordinator at the Maine Alliance for Addiction Recovery at this time. I have been in direct service as a clinician for many years prior to that. And the type of work that I am doing now is mainly focused on peer support recoveries in the business. So some of the challenges in the work that I do is what I have found, for one thing, is watching that I don't get burnt out. That can happen to us in this field. Every therapist needs a therapist. I've always been told, and that is very true. I do not take my work home with me. If you have a family, that I feel that work stops at work, and it's a learned experience of trying to teach ourselves that, of not taking our work home with us. If we want to continue in this field, I've seen people that have got burned out after only a few years, and so that's been very helpful for me to learn different things, and to take care of my own recovery also. So I also don't go backwards with that. And other challenges are working with a variety of clients. Some are, as we know, some may come in the action stage, and some definitely come in the pre-contemplation stage. So there are so many different clients in how they come in. So there's the challenges there also. There is, but it's gratifying when I look at an experience. I have this one person from years ago. I was a treatment provider at an agency for one of the adult drug treatment courts, and this client was in adult drug treatment court at the time as a participant. But to look now and see them as they are now in LADC and a CCS, just to see how far that they have come, and they are doing such great work. Their recovery, I believe, is they're into 10 or 11 years of recovery at this time. So seeing the difference from when they first entered drug court until now, I've just been so amazed that we could reconnect after all these years, and as part of what I am on, what I do now is the Maine Alliance for Addiction Recovery. They are now on my Vision Council as a member to offer that. So that has been really great. If I were to give suggestions for someone thinking about the behavioral health field, the biggest suggestion I think that I would be able to give is, I don't look at it as a job. I want to be happy when I wake up. I want to be happy when I leave. I want my life to be fulfilled, and know that when I have left that day working with people from all different walks of life, that I have done everything I can, and I have devoted everything that I have been able to them. It comes from here. It comes from the heart. And I truly believe that it comes from the heart. And we can gain a lot of knowledge and retain it in our heads. However, it starts at the heart, and then we bring the knowledge from our heads. And it's something that I've been blessed to be in, the field I've been blessed to be in, and continue every day to be blessed to be in this field. The reason that I chose this field is I originally started out in direct service as a licensed alcohol and drug counselor quite a few years ago. And I did direct service at several locations within the state of Maine. I originally come from down east Maine, so I did most of my direct service in down east Maine, Washington County, and moved on to Augusta. From there, I did make a switch at one point to the Office of Substance Abuse as a treatment specialist, and the opportunity came up for me to become a coordinator at the Maine Alliance for Addiction Recovery. And as being a person in long-term recovery from substances myself, I really felt that that was where I wanted to be at that time in my life. So in May 2012, I took on the role as the coordinator of the Maine Alliance for Addiction Recovery. If you were to ask my educational pathway, that goes uphill and downhill a little bit. I will say first and foremost that I started my recovery 25 years ago. I was not in this field at that time, and I changed the fields that I was in and started going to community college, or as it was known then, technical college, for computer science. And that's where things seemed to be headed at that time. So I went for a degree in computer science. However, life changed, and living on the Passamaquoddy Reservation and having a health center there, I was offered the opportunity to do an internship as a substance abuse counselor, and I chose that and did my internship there. Got tons of schooling throughout the country, out the United States, as part of that. And since that time, I really never looked back. I knew that that was really what I wanted to do, because it felt good to me, working with others that were facing the same issues that I had faced at one point, in my life. So what has been gratifying about my work, I guess gratifying about my work in direct service, is it keeps me as a person in recovery. It has kept me also clean and staying in recovery. I've worked with some terrific people throughout my time, very terrific people, and I've learned a lot from people that have been in the field, and that's just, there's no price you can ever put on that, from what you learn from others. So that has been really great on that part, and work with some great clients and folks that really were looking for help, that were needing that, and to help them find a pathway that they chose was gratifying for me. To look at them, there are people that I meet 10 years, 15 years later that, of course, recognize me, and they're doing so well. And that's gratifying to me, that they've got their children back, that they have, they'll disclose to me that they've been clean for so many years, and just really seeing that and seeing how well that they've grown and moved forward in their life of recovery. And that's just terrific. And the field I work in now, dealing with peer recovery supports, is also gratifying too, as we build many of those programs within the state of Maine of peer recovery supports, because I find those to be very important. They work in conjunction with treatment, and they help the success rate of those that are seeking recovery. It's so much better for them to have that recovery support services out there along with treatment, and any recovery support programs that they have.